Joe Ajaero is not above the law. And the law precludes Joe Ajaero and the leadership of the NLC to do what they did today to the office of the Labour Party, where they besieged the office, broke the office, destroyed the faces of the office, destroyed the gate of the office, unlawfully took possession of the secretariat, and destroyed.
Julius Abure is planning to conduct an illegal national convention.
The secretariat is being run like a personal enterprise, and this, as we all know, Labour Party belongs to Labour. So since he decided to run, Abure decided to be running it like his personal business, the NLC at the national level has directed that we should picket all their state secretariat and local government. So this is what we have come here to do.
The NLC officials are hoping.
Hello, good evening, Nigerians. I salute you plenty, and my name is Comrade Lamte Oriaki, and I want to specially welcome you to the Comrade Show, TCS blog. Yes, the man in the eye of the storm, now Julius Abure, the national chairman of the Labour Party, and of course, for many of us, we don't observe the trend. You know, they come for a while now. In the last few days, there's been this crisis between the NLC and the Labour Party, to the extent that the NLC decided to take possession of the Labour Party. They don't go picket the offices of the Labour Party across the nation. They don't even protest, asking for Abure to resign. In some cases, some leadership don't say make Abure come to the table, may they come, you know. All of this crisis, okay, now waiting, where many Nigerians, you know, they pick interest in. And I would say I pick interest as well. I bet want to not go. Stay with us and share the broadcast. Now the Comrade Show. If you never follow us for Comrade Show, TCS blog, for Facebook, YouTube, for Twitter, everywhere, subscribe to our page and follow us and all these reports we're going to give you small. But we're going to do some little analysis on this matter because it's very unsettling. Okay, but stay with us. This is the Comrade Show, and my name remains Comrade Lamte Oriaki.
This Comrade Show.
Yes, my beautiful people. Now, why is this a matter of concern? And why should it be a matter of concern to every Nigerian? The truth of the matter is, okay, the stability of any state, governance-wise, okay, must start from the stability of the kind of political parties that are existing in that particular state. In this case, we have Nigeria as our state, and we have a lot of political parties, but three of them have become quite major. We're talking of APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party in recent time. Now, if we look at the kind of governance that we've had, okay, what we can see, what we can attribute to, our kind of governance is not something that we lack as a people. And we equally know that the kind of government that we have and what those in government dispense to the people, okay, reflects exactly the outlook of their of the political parties. Now, we have seen APC, we have seen PDP, and we have seen the way they have governed Nigeria and the way they are still governing Nigeria. So a lot of people picked interest in Labour Party as some sort of alternative. And for those who understand that governance is usually a reflection of what the political party is, okay, that's, is presenting those in government, we must pick interest in these political parties. For me, it is my interest, it's our collective interest that things are done well in APC, things are done well in PDP, things are done well in Labour Party, and indeed every other political party. And when things are done well, and these parties are running well the way they should be, then there is the hope that there will be better governance. But if the parties are fraught with fraudulence, are fraught with illegalities, are fraught with different kinds of things that are anti-progress, state and development, then it is an issue. And this is where the issue of Labour Party and, of course, this human being called Abure comes to mind. Julius Abure, NLC, Peter Obi, others, and the grand failure. This is what I titled this broadcast. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, first and foremost, let us look at what the issues are. Now, the first thing that we saw was the NLC leadership besieging the National Office of the Labour Party at Abuja, calling for the head of Julius Abure, asking him to resign, protest across different parts, and within days, the offices of Labour Party across the nation, was picketed by the NLC, and the crisis continues. And the crisis is very much in continuation, very much alive and in progress. Now, let us now look at why is this happening and why we must pick interest in it. But let me show you some assets. First, let's take it from. But this one is from Edo State. You understand? The Edo State NLC members went to the Labour Party office, and of course, they did picket the Labour Party office and issue some statement. This report is from ITV Benin. Take a listen.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Picketing of Labour Party Secretariat Benin City by members of the Edo State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress. The Labour Party Secretariat was empty as officials were not in the premises and the offices locked. In a surprising turn of events, the NSC members also added their locks on the office doors. The Edo State Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Suleiman Abubakar, alleged that the National Chairman of Labour Party, Julius Abure, is planning to conduct an illegal national convention.
Secretariat is being run like a personal enterprise, and as we all know, Labour Party belongs to Labour. So since he decided to run, Abure decided to be running it like his personal business, the NLC and the National Labour has directed that we should picket all their state secretariat and local government. So this is what we have come here to do.
The NSC officials are hopeful that their action will lead to a quick resolution of the impasse. Thomas Sado, ITV News.
Okay, thanks to ITV News for that particular report. Now, one has gone viral. This one not Edo State, okay? It started from the national office, and after the national office saga, Julius Abure went haywire, had a national press conference. So let us take a listen to Julius Abure. You understand? And because you get where they carry this matter, they go, and it's important that we all pipe pressure on this system. It's important that these political parties work well for Nigerians. Let's take a listen to Abure.
The Nigerian Labour Congress is a subject of law. Nigerian Labour Congress, under the leadership of Joe Ajero, is not above the law. And the law precludes Joe Ajero and the leadership of the NLC to do what they did today to the office of the Labour Party, where they besieged the office, broke the office, destroyed the faces of the office, destroyed the gate of the office, unlawfully took possession of the secretariat, and destroyed properties worth billions of naira and properties of the party stolen away, including monies made for salaries, and several other things were stolen from the office. And I think that this is unfortunate, this is unrealistic, this is becoming unbecoming. I must say that while other...
Anyway, Abure, had a lot to rant about as far as this matter is concerned. So I don't want to belabor us, but he has been reacting like this, granting interviews and all of that. Nigerians, what are the issues? When I saw, some of these assets and some of this information flying around, I tried to find out exactly, say, waiting they happen inside this Labour Party. Now, the reason why some of us are picking this interest is, first, let me quickly establish, very importantly, I want to establish, okay? Many of us did. For instance, I'm not a card-carrying member of any political party. I'm not a member of Labour Party, nor am I a member of PDP or the APC. Not at all. But the issue of Labour Party, a lot of people, they try to associate us with Labour Party, many Nigerians, because of the interest we picked in the obedient movement. Some of us were actually the movers of the obedient movement. And because the Labour Party was a party of expression of the obedient, so people go to maybe, I'm a member of the Labour Party. Okay? So at this, I want this established. But the Labour Party today, whether we like it or not, is in the list, it's right there on the lips of very, very many Nigerians. Why is Labour Party on the lips of Nigerians? Labour Party today is on the lips of Nigerians because of Peter Gregory Obi. Because the candidacy of Gregory Obi was one that many Nigerians embraced, and by extension, embraced the Labour Party. Just to give us a perspective, today, Labour Party has one governor, has some senators, has some House of Reps members, and a number of House of Assembly members. Now, people like Julius Abure cannot take glory for any of such progress. Now, the person who attracted this feat to the Labour Party is Peter Gregory Obi, and of course the followership of the obedient movement, courtesy Peter Obi, which Labour Party benefited from. Just to put it in perspective, the election before 2023, it is on record that Labour Party did not score up to 10,000 votes nationwide. So, which means that Labour Party becoming some sort of a third force, an alternative, okay, was largely because, as a matter of fact, 100% because people embraced Peter Gregory Obi. That Labour Party is right on the lips of every Nigerian today, and it's a party now to reckon with across Nigeria, is because of the followership of the obedient movement in the 2023 presidential elections, which rubbed off on others. As a matter of fact, the one they called Nenda, who is a senator representing South constituency, okay, that is reportedly dormant. You know, let me not even say too much about him. There is no way he would have been senator today if not enjoying the wave of Peter Gregory Obi. And today, many Edo State people are questioning, what is he doing at the National Assembly? Why is his own impact or not being felt in his own constituency? I come from his own constituency. We don't even know whether a senator is existing in that constituency. Now, that being established, it becomes hugely very disappointing. It becomes highly problematic to the minds of those who still have the blood of the obedience flowing in their veins, that Labour Party is now expressing herself in this way. Like it has become a party that has no order, has no laws. That is a huge problem. And NLC stepping in like this, for instance, I found out that it is becoming like a last resort, because the structures that are supposed to exist within the Labour Party have failed to act. Now, what am I driving at? As decadent as APC and the PDP, every now and again, we hear them conduct their national conventions, right? Every now and again, you know, particularly when it's approaching elections, the tenure of, party officers, will come to an end, they will conduct, their convention. We have since heard that Labour Party convention needed to have taken place even before the presidential elections. And now, Abure has remained there. Now, there are a number of crises enveloping this Abure. While we are talking right now, speaking as we speak right now, Abure has issues with one Apapa who's claiming leadership of the Labour Party as well, a fractional leader of Labour Party. Abure has been accused severally by different aspirants under the Labour Party of corruption. In recent time, the national PRO of the Labour Party, the treasurer of the Labour Party, came out to accuse Abure of embezzling a lot of money. Before that, even because of the presidential elections and all of that, we had a lot of issues in Edo State where Abure was grossly accused of corruption, of extortion. Now, the Labour Party just had their own, primary for governorship in Edo State. Some of the aspirants have come out publicly to accuse Abure of trying to extort them. As a matter of fact, we interviewed somebody, last Sunday who alleged that Abure, promoted and sponsored, extortionism as far as Labour Party is concerned. So I think that there are so many allegations against Abure that should not be swept under the carpet. That the internal working organs of the Labour Party is not addressing, these issues. It's highly, highly questionable. Now, when the treasurer came out on national telly to accuse Abure, they hurriedly suspended her. And that matter has been, they tried to cool that matter off. Now, NLC not acted. Now, the question I ask myself is, what claim is the NLC laying to the Labour Party? I did listen to the former national chairman of the NLC, when he was interviewed by Sheung off Channels Television. And he had a few things to say. And I want us to listen to this particular one, particularly as it had to do with the ownership of the Labour Party. Let's take a listen, because I'm driving somewhere with this broadcast. Let's take a listen.
How the property is managed.
Is it true that some leaders of the party of the NLC, the Nigerian Labour Congress, are statutory members? We understand that there are 3 deputy national chairmen of the Labour Party, who one must be from the TUC, one from the Labour Party. Is that what the constitution of the Labour Party says?
No, that is not true. Let me tell you what happened. Under my leadership, there have been disputes with the Labour Party, which went to court. And I want to tell you that Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court delivered a judgment on the 20th of March 2018 and said clearly that the Labour Party belonged to the NLC. So arising from that, there was a mediatory effort by INEC. And precisely on the 27th of June 2022, a peace was brokered, actually by INEC. And there was time of agreement. In that time of agreement, just to reach settlement, that's how we came out with the 3 deputies. One from TUC and one from, not actually from NLC. He's a retired comrade, Ladi Ilya, who was formerly the president of NASU, Non-Academic Staff Union, and also the chairperson of the NLC National Women Commission. She retired from service and she's serving as one of the deputies. So this is clearly what was contained in that agreement. What has brought about this particular dispute is the fact that the Labour Party leadership have not respected the content and the sanctity of that consent agreement, which was brokered by INEC. Part of it is, 1, inauguration of members of the Board of Trustees under the leadership of SOZ Ejiofor, the first chairman of the Labour Party. That was item C on the consent agreement. The second item is the conduct of congresses from ward to local government and then the National Convention. Those 2 key items have not been respected because what the NLC saw was a letter calling for a national convention. But there was also a timeline in actually the convocation of what local government congresses by the leadership of the party. And that should have taken place not later than 1 year from the signing of that consent agreement, which in law is like a judgment of a court. So this is what brought about the dispute. And coupled with what you said, many members of the party, including the treasurer, and many of the leadership have actually pointed accusing finger at the present leadership to say that, well, There have not been transparency in the management of the party. And all of this complaint, as far as I'm concerned, even during my time, have been forwarded to the NLC. So NLC need to act.
But the NLC pickets when there is a labor dispute. But in this sense, this is a political.
Anyways, now, what I want us to pick out from this matter, from this, you can go and listen to this particular, what's it called, interface between the former NLC president and Sheun of Channels Television. Credit to Channels Television. But what I want to quickly, point out in this is that what appears to have raised dust was Abure allegedly trying to organize a national convention wherein he will be re-elected the president of Labour Party. Okay, this is what I have deduced. And the letter got out to the NLC. And meanwhile, before you hold a national convention, you need to have done the congresses of the states at the local government levels, at the state levels, before you now have a national convention. That of the states, the local government at the state level has not taken place. And Abure was now pushing to have a national convention, which, as a matter of fact, was supposed to take place today, if I'm not mistaken, and all of that. It is that notice that the NLC saw that triggered these issues that we're having right now. And based on the consent agreement that the former NLC chairman talked about just now, okay, if you listen to the entire broadcast, you would, understand that if what he's saying is anything to go by, you will get to understand that the NLC Congress was supposed to have taken place more than a year ago. So which means that Abure right now, as we speak, as the Labour Party national chairman, to stay his time and delay the process of having a national convention. This is what the issues are. And yet, this same Abure is laden with a lot of, baggages here and there. Accusations, counter-accusations, this and that and that. And at the end of the day, while this instability persists, there is no way we can have, even while, some of us are accusing members, elected members under the platform of the Labour Party of being, of not carrying out their duties, of not being, of not being, whose part are not being fed in their constituencies. The truth of the matter is that when you have a party that is not stable, how can they call their elected members to order? How can they direct them? How can they even matter the ideology of the party if they have one? Now, some people may ask, why did I mention Peter Gregory Obi in this matter? I did try to establish earlier that today, the interest that many Nigerians pick in Labour Party is not because of Labour Party. They pick the interest because of Peter Gregory Obi. And so for many Nigerians, Abure is just one human being standing, the real leader of the Labour Party, based on all that has transpired within the last 2 years or thereabouts. The real leader is His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi. Now, for what Peter Gregory Obi represents for Nigerians, it becomes highly disheartening that the Labour Party cannot be called to order when you have a personality like Peter Obi that many people have projected to say, this one will give us a proper Nigeria. Now the question is, if Peter Obi is a member of the Labour Party and is largely seen as the leader of the Labour Party, and the Labour Party is like this, is it not therefore questionable that if Peter Obi cannot sort out his own political party, and make it exemplary to the nation? How then can people now begin to confidently believe that Peter Obi can sort out the issues of Nigeria? Look, don't take me to task on this. I know so many of you now say, man, when I'm not going to reason, when I go want, attack me. Don't take me to task on it. I'm just asking a legitimate question. And don't cry more than the bereaved. I not see anybody out there when follow this Peter Obi past me. But sometimes we need to pause and ponder. Labour Party, Peter Obi is still a member of the Labour Party. Now I think that Peter Obi should take responsibility by ensuring that they call the Labour Party leadership to order and stabilize the Labour Party. Not just for themselves, so that Nigerians can be hopeful that at least one of these political parties is living upright. Now people like, Professor Patutomi, my father, my friend, my everything. And begin to ask questions. Why are they not taking responsibility? I know that they've issued some statements. They've asked Abure not to go ahead with the convention and this and that. I think it's not gone far enough. As a matter of fact, all of these procedural issues leading to problems right now ought to have been addressed way before now. And this is where I call on Peter Gregory Obi. What is happening? For me, what is happening within the Labour Party just now, for me, represents grand failure, a very huge failure on the part of all the players. I don't think that the NLC needed to come to this level where they are the ones who are now, picketing the Labour Party, who are now saying that Labour Party has not, done what they need to have done and every other thing. I don't think the NLC is the one. It needed to get to this position. I would have actually expected, and many of us have signaled this several weeks ago, to say Peter Obi should provide leadership for the Labour Party, because a believable leadership provided for the Labour Party by Peter Obi will transcend into a believable leadership expected of Peter Obi over Nigeria. There is no way we can expect a Peter Obi presidency, to be, everything that we have talked about if Peter Obi belongs to a Labour Party that is grossly unguided. If what I talk don't make sense to you, just still talk your own, but respectfully. But I expect more from the Labour Party just now. And the reason is very clear. I've already explained it. We want all these political parties to be upright. It is when they are upright that people can believe that their stability can transcend into stability in governance if they are privileged to win. Whether it's the Labour Party, APC, PDP, or ZYP, any other political party. We may complain of our government. But the complaint will be complaint. The corruption in government, stems from the political parties as well. Because at the end of the day, the too much excessive corruption when they inside political party, neither they carry go government. When they call this government, you can be party arrangement between those in government and their political parties. But if a political party is upright, it's just like all the things Peter Obi told us, say he go do if he become president of Nigeria, we want to see them in Labour Party. Let those things be prevalent in Labour Party. I know that hopefully, in the next 3 years plus, you will want to contest again for presidency. But let your party be the vehicle that is exemplary, that Nigerians can equally easily refer to even push for your presidency. So, Your Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, there is no way we can exempt you from this problem. As for the man that they call Julius Abure, to be honest, it is I am ashamed. I am ashamed. Abure is a young man like us, our generation. Even looking at his desperation, what are you dying for, Mr. Abure? Why can't you just honorably resign and let this Labour Party support them to move on? You people are acting like you don't even want to even make your impact felt in the governorship election in Edo State. All the allegations here and there. Well, fellow Nigerians, if the Labour Party internal working organs cannot act, I firmly, wholeheartedly support the NLC to bring the Labour Party, to their senses, to ensure that every procedural observations, everything that needed to have been done is done. So we must, as Nigerians, support the NLC to do the needful. If Peter Obi and the others who are supposed to be leaders of the Labour Party cannot call this human being to order, the NLC should have the support of Nigerians to call the Labour Party to order. And look, man, do not sit there and think and they talk say maybe their matter. Not be their matter, because at the end of the day, this their matter is in turn becoming a huge problem to the entire nation. If they go win election tomorrow and they be like this, zaga, what kind of government would you expect? Look at the people who they don't elect now. Apart from somebody like, is it Alex Oti, the governor of, this eastern state, where we say, man, on you, the man, you try. Look at the other people elected under Labour Party that rode on the wave of Peter Obi to become senators today, to become House of Rep members, to become House of Assembly members. Ask yourself what they are doing. But in other climes, wait till the happen, we say, man, if you are elected under a political party, that political party not going to leave you for waste. You must live by the ideology of that political party. And Labour Party is a people's party. And as for people's party everywhere. If you go to Spain, we have what we call PSOE. PSOE is a purely people's party, workers' party, socialist party. That's what Labour Party should be for the Nigerian people, isn't it? You get Labour Party for UK here. It's purely a reflection of people's party. So, fellow Nigerians, even talking about this one self, it get us because of the spirit of obedience and sake of say Peter Obi still dey here, still dey this Labour Party. Then they make some of us like me. What did they happen? I beg you, I try to address this issue. And I honestly think that a national convention should be held, a proper one. Congress should be held across the what's it called, the wards and the states. You understand what I'm saying now? New leadership should be elected to flush out all this Abure, all this Apapa, all of those kind of human beings, and bring in some people so that you can have a united party that can be stable to confront the future. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, as bad as things are, Nigerians will still want to support a political party to express, the hope of better governance for this country, whether at state levels or at local levels or at the national levels. And at the end of the day, you want a political party that is at least stable reasonably to present a candidate that can be supported. If Labour Party is upright, PDP is upright, APC is upright, at the end of the day, okay, whoever is emerging as a governor, as a president, as this and all of that, it's not going to be too much headache for the Nigerian people because they are all from the offshoots of upright political parties. But look at what we have now. A decadent Nigeria, decadent political parties. At the end of the day, the entire system is decadent. Somebody must provide leadership, and I think that somebody like Peter Obi can and should provide leadership. starting from giving the examples through the Labour Party. I don't talk my own my people, and I just say me, I just come make more sense if it makes sense at all. If you don't make, just still put your own comment there, respectfully. Guys, God will bless you now, man. Abure, please resign. If that is going to help the party, or do everything you could to help the party. God bless you guys. Please stay with the Comrade Show. Follow us and subscribe to our channels. Bye for now.